Wow, you look pretty. Yeah, I see yellow and orange, pink, purple. You look good. Look good. So you do want to get those photos. I know you do. Mama does. Dad, just do it. Okay. But we have 3 photo ops for you. So there's one right outside, or we have 4. There's one right outside in the foyer with tulips. That one's great. Down the hall, there's a chalkboard one that if you have a child that comes on Wednesday night, their name's probably on it. And then further down the hall, there's a balloon arch. So we got lots of options, and then there's the cross outside. So we got lots of options for you. Get those photos, share them with us. We want to see them. We want to see you and all your pretty clothes. So I want to pray. Can we pray? Father, great is your name. You are the great I am. You are the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega. You are the risen, reigning, ruling, and returning King. And I am mindful of that, and we are mindful of that this morning. God, I need you to speak through me. God, I need my word to be your word. I need my spirit to be your spirit. God, would you speak to your people today? Would you call them to you that they might believe and believe more? Spirit of the living God, take my words, take my mouth, and take total control of it. Meet with us, God. We need you, risen King. In your name, Jesus, amen. If you're new here, my name is Dustin. I'm one of the pastors here at the Gunnersville campus, and thank you for being here. In front of you is a QR code, okay? Or in front of most of you is a QR code. You scan that QR code, let us know you're here. Let us know that you want more info on us as a church. We want to know you, every last one of you. We want to know you. We'd love to carry you to lunch if you're interested in becoming a part of this fellowship here. We're in this series called I Am. I know we got a lot of family and friends here, but we've been in this series I Am for the last 7 weeks, so I'm going to catch you up a little bit. This series I Am is based on the 7 I Am statements that Jesus makes about himself. Now, when Jesus says I Am, he's just not just like me saying I am Dustin. I am one of the pastors here. He's saying I am the self-existent God that is caused by nothing else, that causes everything else. I'm the transcendent God. He's hearkening back to Exodus chapter 2, where God first reveals his personal name to Moses. Burning bush. Moses says, Who are you? And what you telling me to do? What's your name? And God says, I am who I am. It's this proclamation of the God who is self-existent above all of the gods. He's the cause of everything that exists, and nothing has caused him. And so when Jesus says these statements, I am, it's him claiming transcendence, that he is above and beyond, transcending over creation. Okay? And then he connects it to little similes, little metaphors that you and I can grasp and understand. He says, I am the bread of life. You and I all have experienced hunger and know the value of bread. He says, I am the bread of life, meaning I'm the only one that can satisfy you. He says, I am the light of the world. I'm the only one to enlighten you. He says, I am the door. I'm the only one to secure you. He says, I am the good shepherd. I'm the only one to lead you. He says, I am the vine. Well, that's one you can grasp, right? This time of year. I'm the only one to resource you and sustain you. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, which literally means the way. Like I'm the path. I'm the only one to save you, the only one to get you in. And today, he gives the greatest of all. I am the resurrection and the life. Yeah, we planned it that way. So if you got your Bible, go ahead and turn to John chapter 11. When Jesus says, I am the resurrection and life, I think we should say it this way. He's saying, I'm the only one to conquer death. I'm the only one to conquer death. Now, I know you're looking pretty. And I know we have this bright season upon us. I mean, it rained last night and everything turned green again. It's just beautiful, and you're looking great with your bright colors. But let's talk about death for a moment. Because Jesus said he is the only one to conquer death. That's what the resurrection and the life means when he says, I am the resurrection and life. Death is inevitable, isn't it? It is. We don't like to talk about it. We don't like to think about it, but we're all affected by it. We have all, if you haven't, you're very, very young, have experienced death. Death of a loved one, death of someone we cared about, death of someone we didn't expect to die, death of someone we did expect to die. Death is inevitable, and we're all moving toward death, unfortunately. You know, like at 21, 22, you kind of hit the top of the hill, right? And then we all are in this process of dying. It is the essence of life, death. The end of life as well. And we hate it. Is there anyone who loves it? Don't raise your hand. Right? We hate it. We don't want to talk about it. We want to ignore it. We want to prevent it. In fact, all of humanity and all of human history has been seeking prevention of death, an antidote to death. Herodias, the Greek philosopher, said that in the streams and rivers of Ethiopia there was water, living water, that would turn an aged man back to a boy. Alexander the Great, in a quest to conquer the known world and spread Greek culture across the world, and he was successful in it. He was on a quest to find the streams of living water, the fountain of youth that would make him stay young. And the irony is, Alexander dies at a very young age. Ponce de Leon, for you Florida folks, discovered St. Augustine in the 16th century on a quest. Legend says that it was a quest for the fountain of youth. And we know there's no river that makes me live forever. We've figured that out, right? We are beyond finding it in the natural elements, in the natural world. But we're trying medically, aren't we? Just the study of telomeres and DNA replication and DNA and cell regrowth. And there are these things called zombie cells that are living in your body right now. Really? That we are attempting to remove, that increase inflammation in our lives and in our bodies and then create the death of other cells. They're like little poisons in our body. We're trying to remove those medically. I mean, look at Tom Cruise. You don't believe me? Right? If you got enough money, you can live longer. There's even a documentary on Netflix called Live to 100, a study of the blue zones. There are places in the world where people live longer than other people. So there's an entire documentary where people go to Asia and Europe and different places all over the world, South America, and they study these cultures where people live 10 to 15 years longer than the rest of us. They look at the culture, they look at the environment, they look at the diet, they look at how they educate their kids, they look at how they work, they look at what they eat, all those things. All in a quest, the same quest as Ponce de Leon, Herodias, and Alexander the Great even. The quest to live forever. And everyone dies. We all know it's coming. You see, Christianity does not offer a prevention of death. It doesn't even offer an antidote to stop you from dying. You will die. Christianity offers something else. It offers you a king who has conquered death itself, who walked into a tomb and then out of it. He offers you a king who is the resurrection himself, that has the power to resurrect people to a life that is eternal, a life that doesn't age, not in this lifetime, but in the lifetime to come. When Jesus says, I am the resurrection of life, you may think he said it. I mean, it would make perfect sense that he says it after he walks out of the grave. Stone's gone, kick the doors off of death. And then he walks out and goes, well, I'm the resurrection and life. In a time of celebration, in a time of conquering. But that's not when he says it. Look in John chapter 11. That's where we'll be today. Jesus says, I am the resurrection and life to a lady who is grieving. To the oldest sister, Martha, who has a little sister, Mary, who has a brother who's dead. He says it to a lady in grief and pain, a lady who is frankly disappointed with him, who might have a seed of doubt growing from the pain in her life, a person whose faith has once been strong, but maybe at this moment is clouded with pain. See, this is the story of Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. They were good friends of Jesus. This is 2 weeks before Jesus arrives from the dead, approximately. Jesus is 20 miles from Mary and Martha's house and Lazarus' home. He's on the west side of the Jordan, Bethany beyond, where John the Baptist was baptizing, over on the west side, kind of outskirts. Mary and Martha find that their brother Lazarus is sick, and I'm sure it's Martha. She's the oldest. She's the typical oldest child if you read her story and study her. She sends word to Jesus, Jesus, the one you love, Lazarus is sick. Come. Heal him, fix him. We don't have antibiotics. We don't have doctors. We don't have hospitals. We don't have IVs. Come and fix him. You're the one that can fix him. We've seen you heal blind men. We've seen you give people the ability to walk. We've seen you give people the ability to hear. We've seen you raise a guy from the dead and a little girl from the dead. Come and fix him. That's where we start in chapter 11, verse 5. Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister, that would be Mary, and Lazarus, the sick man. So when he heard that Lazarus was ill, he stayed 2 days longer in the place where he was. Think about it. Shouldn't it say he heard that Lazarus was ill, he loved them, and so he left immediately because he had to make a 20-mile journey? He jumped in his car, he saddled a donkey, and took off riding into the sunset through the midnight air. No, so he stayed. He didn't stay for 30 minutes longer. He didn't finish his meal. He stayed 2 days. For those of you who may feel disappointed with God, I'm sure that you and Martha and Mary have some similar expressions, some similar emotions, some similar feelings. If someone I love is in a car wreck, I will engage with the possibility of having a wreck myself, exceeding the speed limit to get to them. If someone I love is on their deathbed, I will take the red eye and fly to wherever I've got to fly to. I will spend whatever I've got to spend to be with them, even if I can't heal them. Jesus has the ability to heal Lazarus, yet Jesus stays 2 more days. And there's a reason that he does. I'll talk about that in just a second. But you and I need to hear that. If you're disappointed with God today, if you're doubting with God because of pain in your life and suffering in your life, I want you to know this truth. He loves you. Don't miss verse 5. He loves you. Jesus loves you. His blood was poured out on a cross to demonstrate his love for you. He loves you, even when you doubt, even when you're angry, even when you're disappointed. He loves you. He died to prove it. Jesus loved Mary and Martha, and we should gather that he loves us even in the midst of our suffering. God's delay in our life is not for lack of love. It is for purpose. We don't know what that purpose is. You may not know that purpose until you reach heaven, but there is purpose in it nonetheless. In Lazarus' life, we can see that there is purpose in the delay that that Jesus allows for me and for you. Look at verse 14. In verse 14, he has this conversation with his disciples. I believe it's verse 14. Yeah. He says to them plainly, Lazarus has died, and for your sake I am glad. Jesus is glad that his friend died. He's glad that he wasn't there. And then there's that so conjunction again, so that you may believe. The disciples already believed. I believe that so is for you and me. Lazarus had to go through the pain that he went through, the suffering that he went through. Martha had to go through the suffering and grief that she went through. Mary had to go through the suffering and grief that she went through in that moment, in that time, so that you and I might read this story today and go, he is the resurrection and life. He does, in fact, care. He is angered at my suffering. He grieves with me as I grieve. I have the opportunity to believe. That's the question for you today. Jesus has conquered death. Do you believe it? Yes or no? We don't want to complicate it. Do you believe? Yes or no? So Jesus takes that 20-mile journey from the west side of the Jordan River up over the Mount of Olives through Jerusalem, back down the other side to Bethany where Lazarus is there. His body is gone, but his body is in the grave. His sisters are grieving. And he's on the outskirts of the village, so he's not even made it there yet. He's been walking 15 to 20 miles already. And he reaches there. There he meets Martha. Now, Martha's grieving the way some of us grieve, or maybe all of us grieve at times. Martha's an active griever. She's a doer. She's that person when you go to the funeral home in the family, though she may not be the oldest or she may not be the wife, she's the one who's making decisions. This is who Martha is. She's an active person. She's a doer. She's always serving other people. She's always working to orchestrate situations and make things work right. She's often the person who's in control or attempting to be in control. Yet Martha's grief is active, just the way she is. She's actively up, out and about. She's risen early. He's 4 days dead. She knows that there are ramifications to the will, and she's got to go and provide for the family, probably is some of the thoughts in her mind, now that her brother is dead. She doesn't seem to have a husband. And there she sees the teacher, Jesus, coming. She meets him, and she speaks to him, and she says something in verse, I believe it's verse 22. Verse 21. She says this to Jesus, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. A bit accusatory, don't you think? That sounds like disappointment to me. If you would have just shown up, if you would have just been here, things would not have turned out the way they have turned out. Oftentimes in our life, that's the exact way we feel about God. Right? This did not turn out the way that I wanted it to, the way I believe that it should have. And Jesus is quite all right with that question, with that statement from Martha. She makes another statement indicating that she does, in fact, believe, but she does have doubt. She does have disappointment. She says, but I know you can do whatever you want to do. Jesus turns to Martha, and he says, your brother will rise again. She says, I know the story. I know that he'll rise in the end. I know that it'll all be better in the end. Eventually, thousands and thousands of years from now, our bones will get flesh again. We'll come back to life. I got it. Jesus says in verse 25, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live, and everyone who lives and believes in me shall never die. And he asked the question. Same question that's asked of us. Do you believe this? Did Martha not believe? She just said she did. She said, if you had been here, my brother would not have died, but I know that you can do whatever you want to do. And Jesus says, I am the resurrection and life. Do you believe this? I am the conqueror of death. I am the warrior who is victorious. I am the reigning and ruling king even over death. Jesus is giving Martha exactly what she needs for her grief in her moment. He's speaking to her. He's addressing the doubt that's creeping in as a result of her pain. He's speaking directly to her disappointment and calling her, here, belief. Martha seems to like it, so she runs back home to find the younger sister, the baby sister. The baby sister's always this way, sitting there. She hadn't done a thing. Right? She doesn't cook. She doesn't clean. She's just sitting around. The baby sister. You got a baby sister like that? She here today? Somebody's pointing. Somebody's pointing right here. I see sisters pointing at each other. Right? Mary's the baby sister. Anytime we see Mary, she's always at the feet of Jesus. She's doing nothing. Just sitting there. Same thing with her grief. Her grief isn't active. Her grief is contemplative. Right? It's paralyzing. She is in the home. Martha's out and about in the village. Mary's in the home with people around her going, oh, Mary, you're okay. You're going to be okay, Mary. You're going to be okay, Mary. Right? You see this in those experiences with death, those gravesides, those funeral arrangements. Mary is grieving her way. It's not a bad way. Don't get me wrong. All the jokes about the little sister. Martha's making those, right? But Mary is grieving her way, and there's nothing wrong with that. Martha calls Mary to the side. She gets her away from the crowd. She says, hey, the teacher's here. He's coming. Mary finally has the strength to rise. Her legs are no longer too weak to stand, and she rises and she runs out to meet Jesus before he ever gets to the house too. I believe that's around verse 30. She comes to him in verse 32, and she says the very same thing Martha said. Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. She doesn't follow with a statement of faith. She just falls down. Too weak now, she falls at Jesus' feet. Jesus doesn't need to speak that truth. He doesn't say, I'm the resurrection and life to Mary. He only said it to Martha. Martha needed to hear it. Mary needed something different. Look at it. Verse 33, Jesus looks down at Mary there. When Jesus saw her weeping and the Jews who had come with her also weeping, he was deeply moved. If you're an underliner, underline that word, that phrase. In his spirit and greatly troubled, underline that one as well. And he said, where have you laid him? And then in verse, and they said, Lord, come and see. And in verse 35, Jesus does something unusual. He weeps. Shortest verse in the Bible. You can memorize it before you leave today. Jesus wept. John 11:35. Those three words. He is deeply moved. He is greatly troubled, and he weeps. Tell us something incredible about the person of Jesus, the reigning King. And specifically our disappointment, our suffering, and our pain. and how he engages with us in it. That word, deeply moved, the first one, it's a hard word to understand in English or translate to English. They're really long, about that long of a Greek word. I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I can't. It means, it was a word used when the Romans would go into battle and they were mounting their horses and their chariots. You ever been around a horse that's really worked up, it's broken a sweat, it wants to run, and you're trying to hold it back, and it'll snort? I have to be careful snorting. Right? Nobody uses this mic but me. The communion stuff's covered. Right? It snorts. You've heard a horse snort before. Or a bull at a rodeo when you see the cowboys trying to get on and it's bucking and there's just snot and stuff. This is the word. Jesus is angry. He grunts and snorts with anger at the pain that Mary is experiencing, at the pain that Martha is experiencing, at the death that Lazarus has died. He knew he was going to die, yet he is empathizing with them. He is angry at the situation and the circumstance and all that is going. He's angry at death, and he's greatly troubled. That's the same word used in John chapter 14 that we talked about last week when Jesus says, "Let not your heart be troubled." Same one that Jesus would say, "Let not your heart be troubled. I have overcome the world." He's talking to the disciples. He's saying, don't let your heart be heavy. Don't be caught up in the weight of this, for there is hope in the future. Yet Jesus, in this moment, knowing there's hope in the future, troubled. Jesus is angry at your suffering. He's angrier at your suffering than you are. He's angrier at your pain than you are. He is troubled that you are troubled. This is the God of the Bible. This is the man who rose from the dead. This is the man who delayed in love. Still, he has the dynamic of who he is, the hypostatic union of who he is, both man and God, to feel, to know your pain and to care deeply for it. And then there's 35, weep. That word weep is only used in the Bible one time, right there. And it's only used to describe Jesus. There's another word for weep, that when Mary weeps and the other mourners are weeping up in the 31, 32 verses. Think of it like cry. It's the way I think of the difference between crying and weeping. You know, like a baby cries and it's vocal, it's audible. You know, there may be some tears, there may not be some tears, but it's vocal. That's the word used for when Mary weeps and when these mourners mourn. It's the idea of wailing or crying vocally. The word that's used in verse 35 is not that word. Jesus weeps silently. Emotions beyond word, where tears just uncontrollably water from his eyes and down his face. When moisture from those tears on his cheeks. Jesus troubled with the pain. Jesus angry at death. It is a conquering king. Jesus moistened by the tears, silent tears of weeping, goes to the tomb. Verse 38, then Jesus, deeply moved again, came to the tomb. Same word, snorted, grunting, groaning. It was a cave and the stone lay against it, and Jesus said, take away the stone. He tells the people, move the stone. Martha has an argument. She's still trying to be in control. He'll stink. Jesus says, move the stone. Jesus speaks to that grave and he says, Lazarus, come out. I think it was anger in his voice, rage, passion, pain. And Lazarus rises, 4 days old, body already past rigor mortis, oozing probably at this point. He comes out of that grave. Clothes still on him, grave clothes still on him, under a giant sheet, right, and straps around it. And he says, you guys take that stuff off him, for he's alive. And Lazarus will eat dinner with Jesus. We get a record of that later. Now, here's the thing about Lazarus. Lazarus still lives with the inevitability of death. Lazarus dies again. Mary grieves again. Martha grieves again. You know, we think of it like Bible stories, like kids' stories. Like, it's a happy ending, bye. Lazarus will die again. Mary and Martha will grieve again. Mary and Martha themselves will die. We can go to Lazarus' tomb today. Death is inevitable. Jesus has conquered it, however. Jesus offers eternally abundant life to you. Jesus offers love in the midst of disappointment. He offers presence in the midst of pain. He offers hope beyond a grave. Do you believe it? This is the question. You see, for Lazarus to come out of that tomb and for you and I to come out of that tomb, Jesus had to go into the tomb and come out of it, and he did. There are more facts and historical proof that Jesus rose from the dead than Alexander the Great lived. You can go to any podcast and learn about it. You can go all over YouTube and see all of this stuff. It's probably all over your Facebook feed this week. Jesus did, in fact, rise from the dead. He went into the grave and came out so that Lazarus could come out of that grave and that you and I could come out of that grave. But you and I both know that death is not theoretical. Zachary, you guys can come on up. Death is not distant. It's not avoidable. It sits in hospital rooms, stands behind gravesides, and I look around this room and I see people who have dealt with death in the last week. Some of you. I see people who have been dealing with it for years because it was so painful. The truth is, our own deaths linger in the back of our minds. We try to ignore it. We try to outrun it. We try to delay it. We try to distract ourselves from it because we know we cannot defeat it. And into this reality of our life and our world, Jesus says, I am the resurrection and life. He doesn't just say, I'll show you a way or I'll help you cope. I do believe he will. But he says, I am the resurrection and the life. I am the answer. He says it in the middle of grief, in the middle of tears, when hearts are broken and hope feels buried. He doesn't avoid the pain. He walks right into it. He weeps in it. He's angered by it. He's troubled with it. He stands at the grave and he calls death to death. This is the gospel. The stone that sealed Lazarus and was moved by men would try to seal Jesus. They probably weighed about 2,700 pounds, most believe. Jesus rose that Easter morning, April 5th, 33 AD, same day as today. When he rose, the power of his resurrection kicked that 2,700-pound stone right out of the hinges. Kicked the door off the hinges of death. Death lost its grip once and for all that day, almost 2,000 years ago. The reason you're here today. But I want you to know that that's available to you today. Not an antidote to death, not a prevention of death. In fact, Christianity, historically, real historical Christianity, shortens your life on earth. I've heard a story of a guy this week who was killed because he was a Christian. And there are Christians being killed right now, I'm certain of it, all over the world. It isn't a call to a life of longevity, a call to a life that matters, a life that's lived for another world, a world with no pain, a world with no suffering, a world where tears are wiped away forever. Jesus isn't just offering you a better life today. He's offering you a resurrected life. A life in the midst of grief. A life in the midst of disappointment. A life in the midst of fear. A life that death itself can't even take away. That's what he's offering to you today. And the requirement from you is believe it. Believe it wholeheartedly. That's all it is. Do you believe, Martha? Do you believe, Mary? Do you believe? I am the resurrection and life. The offer is available to you 2,000 years later, in your pain, in your suffering, in your death, in your grief. So today, right where you are, not emotionalism, would you repent of your sins and believe it? Those doubts that linger, they can still linger. But you choose in this moment to say, I believe it. Repent of your sin. And that's just this idea of saying, I am not in control anymore. God, I don't want to be in control. I know I'm a sinner. I know I've done things that make me deserve hell, deserve me to be crucified and buried and eternally punished. But I want to turn to you and believe. Right where you are. Maybe you're here today and pain has clouded your belief. You believe, but it's clouded it. It's made it foggy. It made it hard for you. And I know there's a lot of us in that situation. There's a time in my life where I was in that situation. It took me about 2 years to get through it. Would you today just begin again to know that he grunts, he's angered, to know that he weeps, he's troubled. I believe, Lord, help my unbelief. If you're here today, you believe in the first time, we call it getting saved because you are saved. You just where you are, in your words, do it. For those of us who are saved, you are a Christian, we're going to celebrate the body that was broken for us. We're going to remember the blood that was poured out that we might have resurrection life, eternally abundant life. Deacons, you guys come on up. There'll be deacons. There's 2 tables in the back. There are 3 tables up here. And I know there's a bunch of people in here and it's crowded. But this is such a sacred, spiritually symbolic. It's just a symbol, but it's a spiritually symbolic act of worship where you and I come and we say, thank you for your body. Thank you for your blood. Thank you for your resurrection. Come and take. Now, if you're a Christian here today, you need to be right with the Lord. If you got sin in your life, you need to repent of it before you ever come up here. If your children are not believers, please do not let them take it. We love them. We're glad they're here. They're going to be believers one day, but this is for people who are bought by the blood of Jesus. If you're not a believer here today, you can become one right now and come and take your first real communion. If you're not a believer, please don't take it. We love you. We're not judging you. We want you to come back. Don't take it. Not for you. Just a cracker and juice. You come as you've dealt appropriately with the truth of the resurrected Lord. Come and remember. Come and celebrate.